What's up, y'all? This is me, Crofinech Ika.
You say your name right now.
Microphone checker.
Number 5, Eve, featuring Beanie Sigel. Philly, Philly. Eve, E-V-E, the illest vicious pit bull in a skirt. I hated that. The brick house stallion. I like that. Okay, let's get into it. The intro sounded like a bike revving up lazily. The hook sounded like a wino outside the liquor store, being made to sing for a few dollars by like some young bulls who will one day replace him. Although this came out the Rough Rider camp, DMX, Darkman X, he stayed off the record because he's not from Philly. But correct me if I'm wrong, but wasn't the Bronx producer Swiss Beats, Swizzy, on the hook and intro? Is that him? Number 4, Mambo Sauce, Welcome to DC. Now I'm going to have to make a whole video about DC and how I learned that I was a Bama, but for now, I'm going to have to tell you that this is one of the best Rep Your City records I've ever heard. First of all, it's live music, people, live music. You can hear the instrumentation. Number 3, from the first note, this song makes me want to catch a flight to the West Coast. I used to argue that this was better than Will Smith's Summertime, but for some people, their classic is their classic, your classic is your classic, and this is a classic. This is the song that made me want to cruise 2 miles an hour so everyone sees me. If you haven't heard this record, you need to play this record. You need to let the music take you. Number 2, Georgia, by Ludacris and Field Mob featuring Jamie Foxx. Let's dig into this. First of all, Field Mob was a powerhouse duo that never got their full credit for their lyricism and authenticity. This was often how Southern hip-hop artists were treated. It was like the standard was New York in terms of lyricism, and everybody else had to meet that standard. That's why they used to call T.I. like the Jay-Z of the South. That's why it was a big deal when he had that song, Bring 'em Out, you know, when Swizzy blessed him with that record. Anyways, we can talk about Ludacris technically being born in Illinois, but he made his mark in Atlanta, in ATL, or some people pronounce it A-L-A-N-A, Atlanta. The video felt like cooked food. You're watching the video and you know these people, you know these places, you've been there. When people say I'm from the dirt, this is what I think about. Like, the authenticity in this record is why it is on my list. Let's dig in deeper. Jamie Foxx is on this record, and Jamie was voice fishing. Yes, I said it. He was voice fishing as Ray Charles. You see, Jamie played Ray in the movie Ray, and he went on to sing like Ray on songs Ray had already sung. For example, on this song, Georgia, he is singing the hook just like Ray Charles sang the hook on the original Georgia on My Mind. Go listen to it. And on the song Gold Digger by Kanye West, Jamie is singing the hook just like Ray Charles sang I Got a Woman. Go check it out. He was paying homage, however you want to pronounce it, he was paying it. I appreciate that he mimicked his voice in such a manner that when I listen to the record, I still hear Ray Charles and I don't hear Jamie Foxx. Number 1. I debated between this and number 2, but I'm just gonna have to go ahead and give it to Peedie Pablo, Raise Up. Yes, the song is called Raise Up, but we all know it as It's been 20 years. It's been 20 years, and Peedie Pablo holds the title for delivering an unmatched North Carolina anthem. Tell me who else has given you a North Carolina anthem? Lil Brother? I love J. Cole and Lil Brother, but if we're talking about rep your city, rep your state songs, this song right here, unmatched. You have to understand, men, women, and children were removing their shirts to make that helicopter. It's an iconic record. He even gives a shout out to South Carolina. What's South Carolina's anthem? Timbaland produced this record. It's the perfect mix of country sounds and hip hop beats. It's iconic. We can argue in the comments later. Honorable mention. Old School by Tupac Shakur. Do you know this record? It came out in 1995. And the records you were thinking of were the 1996 records California Love and To Live and Die in LA. Am I wrong? Am I right? Right. And can we just take a moment here to acknowledge that Pac gave the West Coast a city and a state anthem? But you see, Pac was born in New York. He drops a who's who of hip-hop, of New York hip-hop. He shouts out Grandmaster Cass, Grandmaster Flash, Mr. Magic, LL, Eric B, Rakim, Dougie Fresh. I mean, that's just the first verse.
Madness.
Is this not 3 records that he would have in the top 5? Okay then. Well guys, thank you for watching my video. If you know who the artists are in the beginning, drop it down in the comments. If I missed any, let me know, because I have a whole list, but these are the top 5. All right now, bye.